Okay, this video is a bit of an update and aptly titled Liars, Traitors, and Bans, Oh My. We'll begin with liars, since they abound in the drumpf clan. Drumpf itself is the least transparent creature to ever occupy a position of power, either in business or government. Drumpf won't even release its taxes, which show full well the guy is a broke, penniless bum and career debtor who not only has gone bankrupt 4 times, but owes the world billions of dollars. Drumpf's spokesliars, the 2 primary spokesliars, these clansters, these despicable drumpsies, these mouthpieces for the least transparent, biggest pile of shit, unelected US traitor of all time, little Donald Drumpf, need to keep their mouth shut. Drumpf is going to resign soon, or be impeached or tried for treason, as the US traitor it is. That is going to happen eventually, one of those 3 things. It's inescapable. Drumpf won't even show its taxes, which reveal exactly what everyone smart already knows. He's a perpetual liar who has gone bankrupt in serial fashion 4 times because he is inept, incapable, and hasn't the slightest idea how to run a business. Now he's in so far over his head, it's incredible. But let's have a look at those taxes. People will get it right away. This guy's a serial debtor, a career debtor who owes not only banks in America a fortune, intractable debt that he defaults on interest payments to all the time. All the time. Just recently, just weeks ago, on his hotel where he owes millions and millions in interest payment and can't pay it. This guy owes the world money. He owes China nearly $1 billion. Let's continue on with imbecile, moron, and despicable piece of shit Sean Spicer, who is very perfectly and beautifully portrayed by Melissa McCarthy on Saturday Night Live. She plays him to the T, spitting out lie after lie, lie after lie, very deliberately to the American public. At this point, not a single station, cable, broadcast news, none of them, blogs, internet sites, none of them should carry his rampant lies. They are fake briefings containing deliberate lies. None of them should be spread. He spreads his manure all over and expects it to grow flowers. He's despicable. His counterpart, Smelly Ann Cuntway, a despicable anti-American piece of shit who's already violated our ethics laws, talks about Sean Spicer's deliberate lies as alternate facts. Alternate facts are lies. So Kellyanne Cuntway said very clearly Sean Spicer lies. But she knows that stupid idiots will buy that stuff up. What they should do is just have the studio be dark for liar Sean Spicer. There's no reason to carry any of his bullshit. If he wants to recite those lies somewhere, we recommend he ram his head straight up his ass and tell it to his colon. It might be receptive. The American people should not have to put up with that kind of deliberate bullshit from he or that disgusting piece of shit, Smelly Ann Cuntway. She ought to have her mouth sewn shut. Whatever leakage comes out of it, is pure bullshit and worthless to the American public. Now let's move on to traitors. Unelected US Traitor Donald Drumpf is the biggest traitor in its clan. It is a despicable liar who said it didn't know Russian leader and dictator Vladimir Putin. Then it said it spoke with him directly and indirectly. It also said that it appeared with him on 60 Minutes. It also mentioned that it received a gift from him. Numerous other conflicts of truth which come out of this guy continuously, like a running water faucet. You turn it on, it doesn't stop. Donald Drumpf is literally and perfectly incapable of ever telling a single truth. Drumpf is the least transparent and most dishonest and criminally minded animal on earth presently. Maybe there was something that surpassed it past. Maybe there will be in the future. But currently, Donald Drumpf is the biggest known liar on our planet. And right now, he is a gigantic traitor willing to sell America out for its own personal interest. The creature is despicable. He would sell us out in a second. Absolutely. I know Putin, I don't know Putin, I know Putin, I don't know Putin. I received a gift from him. Why do they want me to disavow Putin? Putin! Our enemy, Putin. Our enemy. This guy's such a fucking dipshit, he doesn't even know Russia's our enemy.
You know, Putin, they want me to disavow Putin. Putin of Russia.
He's trying to suck Putin's dick. Imagine if twice duly elected President Barack Obama, who won the electoral vote in a landslide both times and the popular vote in gigantic margin victories. Imagine if he behaved like US traitor Drumpf and started sucking Putin's cock the way Drumpf does.
It's Trump's comments about the Russian president's leadership made to NBC News, which have brought serious fallout.
I mean, the man has very strong control over a country. Now, it's a very different system, and I don't happen to like the system, but certainly in that system, he's been a leader far more than our president has been a leader.
Imagine what Republicans would say about that. His little buddy, little national security director, Mike Flynn, has now been caught doing the very same thing. Mike Flynn is a U.S. traitor and should be tried and prosecuted, and either as a former military man, the same way Tim McVeigh was, he served in the Army too, guy who blew up our federal building, he should be treated in like manner as a traitor, a U.S. traitor against America, consorting with Russia, conspiring with them to ease up on sanctions that were put on them for hacking our U.S. election, interfering, contaminating, and polluting our election, trying to get unelected U.S. traitor Drumpf into office. Mike Flynn should be tried, prosecuted, and either hung or shot by a firing squad. That's what we do with traitors in the United States of America. We don't allow them to consort with our enemies. We try them, prosecute them fairly. There's plenty of evidence. We've recorded his phone calls with our enemy. It's time to handle that one. Now we'll move along to bans. But before mentioning the ban, one gigantic, huge slap in the face to clown pubic hair headed Drumpf, we'll also mention his failed Yemen raid, which liar Sean Spicer tried to spin as a success, where one of our Navy SEALs was killed because of poor planning and lousy intelligence, because Drumpf was eating dinner rather than carefully poring over the information and intelligence to make a thoughtful, clear decision about whether to go or not, where President Barack Obama decided to hold off because he's intelligent and could actually weigh the information and intelligence and make an informed decision rather than just throwing people into a grinder, which Drumpf did, resulting in the lives of 30 civilians being taken, including an 8-year-old girl and one of our SEALs. A gigantic failure from end to end, all because the inept, unelected US traitor and buffoon drumpf doesn't know what he's doing. He's completely inept and utterly incompetent. He should be pulled out immediately. There should be a vote of no confidence, and he and his little right-hand man penis should be removed. Mike Pence also spoke very highly of our enemy Putin.
I think it's inarguable that Vladimir Putin has been a stronger leader in his country than Barack Obama has been in this country.
So he should be investigated, so should all of his emails, to see if there's any connection with Flynn and other treason that may have come from their little micro-clan. Now the ban. Drumpf, from the very beginning, indicted himself and showed that he is an anti-American piece of garbage. Drumpf said he wanted a Muslim ban, Muslim ban, Muslim ban.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
How many times did he use those words? And even in the draft of his policies, he favored Christians, thought that Christians should be allowed in. Christians like Tim McVeigh, Jeff Dahmer, Gacy, Bundy, good Christians like those, good Christians like Charles Manson and Hitler. Those Christians Drumpf thinks should be let in instead of Muslims, like Khazir Khan's kid, like our military members who decipher code and allow us to go after people like, ooh, who's that person that President Barack Obama had killed? Oh yeah, our number one enemy, Bin Laden, who came from Saudi Arabia, who are not on the list of Drumpf's banned countries. 15 of the 19 hijackers, including Bin Laden, came from Saudi Arabia. Why aren't they on the list? Tillerson, Drumpf's appointee, is over there talking with them. Very friendly, too. What did he do before? Oh yeah, that's right. He's the president of ExxonMobil Oil Company. Why aren't they on the list? Why isn't Saudi Arabia on the list? So you've got this ineffective ban that had 3 federal judges, not so-called judges. These are actual federal judges. One of them, a Bush appointee. And they all brought the hammer down on Drumpf. Drumpf's clown pubic hair topped head got knocked off his despicable, fat, unfit shoulders. And you're going to see that repeatedly. If these dipshits, these anti-American, fascist, Nazi scumbags want to push their anti-American agenda with their creepy, despicable religious bans, they are going to find America's proctological tools rammed so far up their fat Nazi fascist asses, they are going to cough metallic debris. They are despicable, the most anti-American pieces of shit there are. This country is a secular country, founded, is, and will always be. Those are the rules. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. We are not going to instate Christia law just because a bunch of savage Christian idiots want it. That's not going to happen. We don't favor religious cults in this country, one over the other. They're all religious cults. They have nothing to do with our government, nothing to do with our workings, nothing to do with our laws. And when those people are excluded on the basis of religion, that sets up a catastrophic end to whoever is making that intentional move in the first place. Drumpf got the shit stomped out of him by a court, by 3 federal judges. We have some good advice for Donald Drumpf and his despicable clan. Resign now. You didn't win. You weren't elected. Hillary Clinton won in a gigantic landslide, in the biggest landslide ever. And your poll numbers came in as the lowest ever recorded for an incoming unelected bum like you, and you're going to leave with the lowest, whether it's in a week, a day, or a year. You will have the lowest approval, real approval numbers, than anyone who ever took the job you stole. So get used to it. Best advice for you, get out now before you're tried and prosecuted, because your taxes will be leaked eventually. There's going to be a whistleblower that wants to show America what you really are. So the best advice for you is to take that matted clown pubic hair on top of your head and get out quick before it's knocked off by American justice. Resign. You're unfit in every way, shape, and form. Alec Baldwin portrays you better than you portray yourself in a mirror. So get used to it. The one thing you were right about, you ugly, unelected piece of shit, Shit-Gibbon, was that Alec Baldwin's performance of you stinks. And in a way, you're right, in one way, because you stink so badly. When he portrays you, it does stink, because he carries, with such a perfect representation of what you are, the stink that comes with you. Resign. You're a US traitor, and you shouldn't be there. You lost. We don't want you. You stink. Get out now while the getting's good.